Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my prediction video. This is 4.5 marks. And what I'm doing today is I am doing a prediction video. Now I'm filming this, of course, Christmas Eve. Got the Macho Man holiday sweater. Here, do one better lights up. Don't know if you can see that. Kind of looks like you can see it. My Santa hat. But Wrestle Kingdom. By the time you're watching this, should be the day of or the day before. I haven't decided when this is going to go up, but I wanted to go through the card and put my predictions on, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. So, opening exhibition match. It's a 3-minute time limit exhibition. So that's Ryo Oiya versus Bolton Uleg. Bolton Uleg's a new member to the New Japan Dojo. He looks good. Ryohei, the young boy as well. Don't really care too much about it, but I'm going to go with the Ryohei to win in the opening match of Wrestle Kingdom. And then we have the King of Pro Wrestling. Now this year, previous years, they have had a trophy that the winner carries around, and they are the King of Pro Wrestling for the rest of the year. But this year, they've introduced a title belt, and it's a very beautiful title belt. And now it should be appearing on your screen as I talk about this. But I'm very excited for that. Now, last year, for a while, Toriano had won it. And Toriano, great talent, he's perfect for it. Because Toriano, he's a comedic guy. He likes to wrestle. He doesn't really care about going for the titles or anything. So it's just perfect for him. He defends it once a year. But Shingo Takagi won it last year. I think he defended it once against El Fantasmo. I could be wrong about that. They had a rivalry. So I think this year, so they're gonna have kind of a battle royal, but except they lose they're eliminated by pin and submission as well as going over the top. So I think El Fantasma is going to win it. Going to win the right to face Shingo Takagi. And then he's going to win against Shingo Takagi. Next, you have the 30 time limit 6-man tag. It's the Antonio Inoki Memorial match. And on one side, you have Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, Toge Makabe, which is a great team, great lineup. And they're going to face against Tiger Mask, Minoru Suzuki, and Tatsuya Fujinami. All legends. But Minoru doesn't really work with anybody but his team, which he disbanded. So I'm going to give the win to Yuji, Nagata, Kojima, and Makabe. Just because Kojima, all those three guys tend to work together. And then Nagata's, Blue Justice. He's been around a long time. He was friends with Inoki. I'm pretty sure they're all friends with Inoki, but I think that's your guy. And then the first official match of the evening is, because I was all pre-show, so the first official match is 60-minute time limit IWGP Junior Tag Title match. The winner of Junior Tag Title or Junior Tag League was Lio Rush and Yo, and they earned the right to face the current champions, which is Francisco Akira and TJP. They've had it for a little bit. This will be the third title defense. I think they're going to hold on to the titles. Lio Rush and Yo. I mean, Yo is a great tag talent, but I don't feel like they're going that direction with them. I feel like they're building him up to win the junior tag title this year, or give it to Lio Rush because he's now joined New Japan. So one or the other, but either way, I feel like they're not going to win the tag title. So I think United Empire, Kira and TJP are going to retain this roundabout. Second match, we have the IWGP Women's Championship. Now, if you didn't know, New Japan had a crossover event with Stardom because now they are owned. Stardom and New Japan are owned by Bushido Road. And they did a crossover pay-per-view, which I am still currently watching at this time of recording. I'm about halfway through, I believe. And in the main event, to a spoiler, is Kairi Sane, or formerly known as Kairi Sane, goes by Kairi now, won it, and this is her first defense for the title. She's facing against Tama Nakano. Now, I don't really know much about Stardom. I'm learning as I'm watching this event. I've heard names of who's good, of the standouts. But I know Kairi. Kairi's phenomenal. I love the pirate gimmick. I love the way she wrestles. I don't know what she calls it right now, but the insane elbow was brutal. It's probably my favorite elbow drop in history. No disrespect to Macho Man, but I think she did a phenomenal job. I really liked the way it looked. So I think she's going to retain. And the big thing of it is Mercedes Verano, formerly known as Sasha Banks, should be making her Stardom debut or New Japan debut there and challenging Kairi for the title. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm very excited for that possibility because her and Kairi, I think, never had a one-on-one match. I think it was just all tag matches. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm excited to see her outside of WWE in that indie realm. Next up, we have the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles, and that is Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto, who are the winners of World Tag League, against FTR. Now, Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto have won the titles before. They were six-man. They're part of six-man tag champions or six-man never open tag champions before. I think Yoshihashi has won the junior tag titles. I could be wrong. And then FTR. This is also their third defense. I feel like FTR is going to lose it. There's the whole rumor of them leaving AEW, going back to WWE. I'm not sure. They did lose the Ring of Honor titles to the Briscoes, and at this current time, they are still the AAA tag champions. So I don't know where this is going. I don't know what the plan is, but I feel like FTR is dropping the titles to Yoshihashi and Goto. But we'll see. Fourth match, we have the finals of the New Japan World TV title. So this is an introductory title. This is the first, the inaugural crowning of the champion. So the TV title is held in 15-minute limits. So they have 15 minutes to finish the match. And it is Ren Narita versus Zack Sabre Jr. Now, the whole point of this title is for the younger guys. And Zack Sabre Jr., not saying he's an older guy, but he is not a young lion like Ren Narita, who is a recent graduate. I think Narita's winning it and going over on Zack Sabre Jr. I think they're going to push Zack Sabre Jr. to the heavyweights and get more guys there. At least I hope so. New Japan has not had the best track record of pushing their gaijins recently. But we'll see. But yes, I think Ren Narita is going to win it. And that'll help boost the young lions and all that, and the work rate that they have. Match 5. It is a very interesting match. I'm also excited to see this because it is for the Never Openweight Championship, and it is Machine Gun Carl Anderson versus Tama Tonga. Now, Carl Anderson is currently signed to WWE. He won the Neverweight Open title and signed to WWE. So there's some sort of relationship going on there. And the rumor is he is bringing along his team, which is Doc Gallows and AJ Styles, to help him out. But I don't know if he's going to retain. He had a match against this past November. I think it was Battle of Autumn. He defended against Hikuleo. So we'll see. He retained it. This is also his third defense. I don't know. This could go either way. I have to have an answer. I'm gonna say Tama's gonna win it because I don't know how long if WWE and New Japan have a working relationship. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I don't know if it's just a relationship for this. Again, there's a whole thing with Sasha Banks going to wrestle for them, but is she signed? Did she leave WWE? Because not that long ago she signed a contract with them. They haven't officially stated whether she's been released or what's going on there. So we'll see. At this time, I'm saying Tama Tonga is winning the belt. This will be his second reign as champion and his second singles championship. So we'll see what happens there. All right, next match is Keiji Muto, a.k.a. the Great Muta. Final match in New Japan. So Keiji Muto is retiring, and he is doing his final tours of matches. He's doing a match with Shinsuke later on in January. That WWE let him do. See more of that WWE New Japan collaboration. It's interesting, but he is doing a 6-man tag. It is him, the Ace Tanahashi, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Shota Umino versus LIJ members Bushi, Sanada, Tetsuya Naito. Now, again, I can see this going either way because Keiji Muto is an old school guy. He wants to go out on his back, giving other people the rub, giving other people the win. But at the same time, Shota Umino is a newer guy, and he is teaming up with them. Why not give him the rub, give him the win for Keiji Muto's last match? And Shota's been doing a killer job. If you don't really know who he is he's Moxley's son. So when Moxley joined New Japan to G1 in 2019, he had a match against him and beat the hell out of him. They took him to the back and started teaming up with him. So he is a Death Rider, and he teamed up with Moxley. He went against Will Ospreay for the U.S. belt at Battle of Autumn. He was part of the Forbidden Door show. He had a great spot with Jericho. Going back to your first time you saw Shota Umino was Jericho versus Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom. He was a young lion. He got put in the walls of Jericho because he's Red Shoes' son, the referee. And Jericho it's one of my favorite spots. Jericho put Red Shoes in the walls. Shota came up to him like, what the hell? And then he slapped Shota down and put him in the wall, screamed at Red Shoes, this is your fault. You didn't teach your son respect. But I'm going to say Muta's winning to give him the final rub, because in his very last match, he's probably gonna lose and give the rub to someone else, and this will help Shota too. Next match, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. It's a fatal 4-way. Taiji Ishimori is coming as champion. This is his second defense. He is defending against Hiromu Takahashi, one of the best junior heavyweights in the division, and the only man to win the Best of Super Juniors 4 times, beating Jushin Thunder Liger's record. And he's also going against one of my favorite junior weights. Not saying Takahashi is not one of my favorites, but someone who's become my favorites over the last 2 years. El Desperado. Great wrestler. Love the gimmick. Love the attire. He helped push the division even further to popularity than when Takahashi was doing it. And then Master Wato. Now Master Wato is a newer guy. He's been on the roster for the last 2 years, almost 3 years now, and he's gotten better over the years. But I don't think it's his time. Taiji has won the belt 3 times. Hiromu's won it a couple times. I think 3 or 4 now. I think Desperado's winning it back because he deserves that win at Wrestle Kingdom, of winning the title at Wrestle Kingdom. So I think El Desperado's winning and taking the belt back. Next, we have the semi-main event. We have Will Ospreay defending the U.S. title in his 5th defense against the returning Kenny Omega. Now they've been having a feud over the last year on AEW, kind of New Japan, not a whole lot, but across AEW since Forbidden Door. I'm very excited for Kenny Omega's match. Now, I love Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world. He's one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. But when he joined AEW, he changed up his style. And not in a bad way, just in a different way. He changed up his style to help correlate and better adapt to the people he's wrestling. He adapts very well to whoever he's wrestling. But I love New Japan Kenny Omega. And no matter what, even they had the whole thing where we brought back the cleaner. It's not the same when you're not going against a New Japan guy like Will Ospreay. So I'm excited to see heavyweight Will Ospreay versus heavyweight Kenny Omega. That's going to be a great match, deserving of the double main event. Last time they did double main event with Kenny Omega was against Chris Jericho for the title as well, the same title. So I don't know who's taking this. I'm gonna say Kenny's winning because he's not doing much in AEW. He's doing the feud of the series of 7 for the trios title, but I think Kenny's winning the title back. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good match either way. I think the real winners is us seeing this match. So I'm excited for it. I think Kenny's gonna win it. We have a lot of involvement from different promotions, which is interesting. We have New Japan. We have New Japan, Stardom, WWE, AEW, Noah, because that's where Keiji was, is Pro Wrestling Noah. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this card. And then finally, the main event. We have your G1 Climax winner, Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White in his third defense. I think this is also his third reign. And Jay White's the only man to have been Okada 4 times. It's a big thing he talks about. He is the catalyst of pro wrestling. The only, and will always be the only Triple Crown champion because he's won the New Japan, the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, and the IWGP and never open weight. So I probably said that already, but Jay White, they discontinued the IWGP title. I think Jay White is retaining. Give him his win because I don't think he's won or successfully retained the title at Wrestle Kingdom. So I think he's keeping it. I think he's keeping it. But we'll see. I'm excited for the show. Let us know what you think. There might be more to this video. There might not be. Honestly, I don't know. But we'll see. But watch it. Let's find out. There might be stuff before. I don't know what way I'm recording this. So breaking the fourth wall on that. We don't know I don't know what's going on. But watch. Enjoy the rest of the content. We'll have more videos out. We'll have some fun stuff coming out soon. There might be a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of break between videos, but we'll have stuff coming out soon. So enjoy. And remember, that check bounces. So do you.